Good morning and welcome to episode 1202 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday. May the 4th be with you. 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. You guys going to say that to people today? May the 4th be with you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
No.
I'm warning people that that's what they may say to you today because that is the day. Thank you for cheating on the news with us once again
They
today.
get punched in the mouth.
I'll say, shut up, nerd. You know?
Yeah.
Want to get
Well, Star Wars
popped
people.
in the nose.
Yeah.
Star Wars people are big on that one. Today, we've got massive celebrity news, DC updates, the Frogger War, and much more in the cup of coffee in the big time. It's loaded. It's a spicy blend today.
People be acting up in the news, huh? People be newsing.
Yeah, I mean, one guy in particular that I'm sure you guys may have seen. I know Wes, we've talked about a little bit on the Hive Hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know
There's one guy.
Maybe
what you're talking about.
we'll do a little dancing this time on his grave.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think so, Mark. I
Yeah.
think so.
Be easy dance to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not that great at a Mizzy. Okay, Mark's got a which one's worse restaurant edition on deck.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of our favorite restaurants is involved.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's still gonna drive Wes to go get this food. Like it's not like it's gonna deter him.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight, yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wes, I know what Wes is eating tonight. Yeah.
Right before my blood work appointment tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Wes has to steer clear for like 48 hours. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough after this.
I'll reward
Okay.
myself after the blood work. for
Okay,
sure,
there you
though.
go.
there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Yeah. Well, little treat for yourself.
That's right.
And Wes, speaking of Wes, he's got sausage fingers and sausage mouths to finish his.
You don't need to insult his fingers, Will.
No, well, not Wes has them. He has
Oh,
stories about sausage
I've
I've
fingers.
got fucking beautiful hands.
Sausage
I mean,
fingers.
my
Well,
hands
I've got the
are
most
just-
sausagey hands
Oh.
for sure on this.
Ask Jack Severed
trio.
about my hands.
These hands, those are sausage fingers.
you're like David Duchovny in that movie. Was it Zoolander? He's a hand model.
Yeah, I could be.
Yeah.
I could easily be a hand model.
He's like, "Would you step
Not
on
on
my
my-
fucking hand, you idiot?"
Not on my left hand because it's my
He had like
smoking
a
hand.
glass
It's
case. He had a
little
glass
withered.
case over his hands.
yeah, like a stanza.
Yeah.
You're saying you can't do the sig hand? Is that
No, it's definitely aged. Way you can tell if I
Yeah.
put my hands next to each other that you can tell which one's the sig hand.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
you got to protect the other hand at all costs? Wes.
You have one good hand.
I got a sig hand for sure.
Your hand modeling days are dependent on the one good one, so you need to
A
protect
little
it.
makeup can help, But yeah.
It's true.
Help Wes protect his hand by becoming a member of our Patreon community, patreon.com/hardfactor. Our Discord server is very fun. And speaking of the Discord server and Wes's beautiful hands and how the Discord community can help support those, you guys want to jump into the news? Because it actually
Yeah.
is related
Yes.
to the first thing.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
All the trending news you need to know right now, plus a joke of the day from one of the Hardo Hive's youngest pranksters, and that is Mama C's son, who I think is like 3 to 4 years old.
Oh.
And he says, "You're a bad guy, Mommy, because the police chase you." And Mama C had no idea what her son was talking about until she realized that she was wearing a white and black striped shirt,
Oh,
and it looks a little bit
shit.
prisonish.
Yeah.
And so her young son roasted her jail shirt. Just
Yeah,
roasted it completely.
That's a pretty good roast. That's pretty thorough to the point. Yeah, you look like
And then-
the McBurglar guy or whatever. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
he nailed her. And then he
Yeah.
told her she was going to jail for it too. So he just
Yeah.
burned her to the ground.
Well, she's already in the outfit, so Yeah.
He's getting. I mean, it's a good start. Pretty good joke, I thought. For a young lad. Fantastic jokes as always in the Discord server. Like I was saying, if you want to hang out with us and Mama C and the rest of the Hardo Hive, who are all hilarious and funny and great people, when we're not on air, it's very fun. Patreon.com/hardfactor. Get in there. Okay. Onto the trending news. A gunman is loose in Atlanta at the time of taping, but the first stop. So Eric, producer Eric, if you could please just let us know if that guy gets caught. But the first stop on the trending news train today is going to be Washington, D.C., where unlikely bedfellows. What's up, Mark?
They did catch that Texas guy last night.
They did. Oh, we
Yes.
didn't talk about that yet?
Not
Yes,
the update.
they did.
They caught him. Yeah.
Okay, they did catch him.
Because you were mentioning about the guy that was on the loose. I was saying, well, the Texas guy's caught. So
He was hiding under a pile of laundry.
yeah.
right in Cut and Shoot, Texas. Which is
And Tiller
hilarious.
says they just got the Atlanta guy too.
Oh, hell
nice.
yeah! Look at that.
Woo!
5 comments. Yeah,
Woo! Got him. Yeah.
Manhunt done. Look at
Yeah.
that. This is great news.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Great news. I think
Nice.
it's all pretty much going to be good news then. From here on out.
Nice.
It was like the only bad thing I had already settled. Okay, but I mean, R.I.P. To
Of course.
all the victims involved. There were many. Okay, so the first stop in the trending news train today, is Washington, D.C., where unlikely bedfellows AOC and Matt Gaetz, opposite sides of the political
Oh
spectrum.
man, the hair and the tits on that child would be nice.
Yeah. Be
Great hair
manicured.
and great tits. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
They have teamed up, Mark, to present another bill to try and block members of Congress finally from trading stocks. And, they keep putting it up there. It never passes because, of course, the Congress people are like, no.
Then they wouldn't be able to do the stock stuff anymore.
Yeah, they're like,
right.
we like being millionaires. That's way better
Right.
than this bill.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna vote that I can't be a millionaire anymore. Okay. No.
Right.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah.
It's the
whole
guy kind of
advantage.
dies every time.
Maybe
yeah.
someone else should vote on it, not them.
Well, there was a recent one. Some woman, I think a congresswoman, that they found out she sold a bunch of like that United First Bank and then bought a bunch of JP Morgan or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
recently.
Oh, yeah. They get
Yeah.
caught all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
Dude, they all do it.
Shady.
Both
I know, but
sides.
she was like a low level. Like she's like a
Oh, yeah.
congresswoman.
Oh, they
Like,
all West.
They
yeah.
all.
I know,
Even,
but
even like the interns get tips. I'm sure.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
of
crazy.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody with the inside information.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
inside information is exactly what the problem is, guys. And here's
Yeah.
what AOC says. She says, when members have access to classified information, we should not be trading in the stock market on it. It's really that simple. So very well put by AOC. This is not only about as sexy as a development could possibly be from Congress, considering AOC, Matt Gaetz,
Good-looking
it's
couple,
a
yeah, yeah.
sign. Yeah. I mean, notoriously horny.
Love them
male
or hate them, they're
congressman,
good-looking people.
Hottest
Yeah.
female congressperson by far in America. It's a sign, though, that maybe the outsiders on either side of the aisle, which they both are, may be starting to realize that banding together can sometimes overpower the very old and frail establishment core at the middle of the federal government right now. So nice work to AOC and Matt Gaetz, but AOC's husband must be sweating bullets, this guy. So
Yeah, that guy is not as good looking as Matt Gaetz, nor does he have good hair.
Yeah, but he's a
Ah.
giant.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy,
Giant
but
slob.
he has got to be nervous because, I mean, it's like,
Oh yeah, Matt Gaetz will fuck your wife, no problem.
Oh yeah,
No
and
problem.
maybe your husband.
Yeah.
I think he'll fuck anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Fuck your
wagon
wife.
wheel video really said a lot.
Yeah.
Also in DC, the second oldest senator alive right now, behind the lady who hasn't been to work in months, and the
Grassley.
8th oldest of all time. We're talking Chuck Grassley, of course, as Mark called. He has come forward saying he and a whistleblower have proof, or they don't, but the FBI does. They have proof, and if they share that proof, that the oldest president of all time, Joe Biden, took cash from a foreign national in exchange for policy decisions back when he was VP under Obama. So if only the Biden-controlled FBI would just now give old Chuck and the whistleblower those darn documents.
Sure, Congress is gonna say no, we won't take any more stock, and then the FBI will give that right over to Grassley. Yeah.
Of course, all of it's going to
Okay,
happen, and that's what's because DC works so well. It's like 1993's Grumpy Old Men, Capitol Hill edition, but it just ends with America looking like weirdos run by a nursing home once again. That's
That's a good visual. I like that. I like that graphic. Grassley
Watch
and Biden, Grumpy Old Men. It's a great movie.
Oh, it's one of the best.
Yeah,
they
it's so
can
good.
easily put this.
If you
out.
haven't seen Grumpy Old Men, my God, check
and
it out.
2 isn't bad either.
2's okay.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
1's fantastic.
One, yeah.
It reminds me of Daddy's Home. It's that caliber.
Yeah, sure.
Of a series,
and then like
you
a
know?
drop off, like a little
Yeah.
drop off, but still entertaining in the second one.
Still
yeah.
very good. Still very good.
Lemon
Now,
and Mathau. Oof.
Yeah, 93. pretty good time for movies. Yeah, but once again, the movie was better than the real life. The real life just makes us kind of look weird.
And next Congress is gonna vote. It's just like, well, I think we're getting too many blowjobs. We're gonna take less blowjobs. They're never gonna vote no on the stock thing. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, stricter
Someone
oversight
has to
for
tell
banging
some-
interns.
Like
Yeah,
the
no.
court or someone has to rule on it. They're not. Yeah, exactly. Like,
What
they're
am I
not gonna-
doing here then, huh?
Yeah, what? I'm gonna quit. That's why half of them are in office. Yeah.
That's what every career politician is thinking. If I pass this, what's the point of me being a career
Who's
politician?
gonna run for Congress?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
So yeah, okay. Also in DC, the Fed raised rates, the central bank of the USA, by 0.25% again, bringing the floor of the federal interest rate to 5% minimum, 5 to 5.25. But they claim that this may be all it takes to finally get the economy to reset and start growing again without hyperinflation. Fingers crossed, right?
This is it. This is the.
This is the one.
This is the hike.
This is the one.
Highest in 16 years.
This is the one. This is it's kind of like playing the lottery a little bit with these interest rate hikes. It's like,
My
is
one-
it really
they don't
gonna
know what they're doing.
My one.
They're
My
like
one
testing
credit
new
card.
medicines over there. You know,
I'm thinking my
and the
one
economy's
credit
a lab
card
rat.
was variable rate. Because my interest on my one credit card is not good.
Oh, pay it down if you can, man. The
I
interest
have
rates right
to.
now
I have
are
to- I have to
fucking
use
people.
my
So
second job income to pay it down because, like,
exactly,
I've
It's-
noticed the
it
interest
skyrockets. It's out of control.
I can't get out of debt.
Credit cards fucking suck
Yeah.
ass right now. Pay it down if you can, man. It's
Yeah, I know.
the era of cheap borrowing is over. Yep. It's over. Yeah, fingers crossed, right? Hopefully Jay Powell is right. Thanks, Jerome. Try not to get tricked by any Russian comedians this week, you know? Right?
That's right.
He did
Oh, it's Mr. Zelenskiy. Well, I don't know if we can actually open up a Fed bank over there, but we'll look into it.
yeah, a money printer.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, Jay Powell. I don't know if anybody will be able to take him seriously again after that.
I won't be able to.
They'll have to find a replacement for him eventually. Okay, the last stop on the DC trend train, guys. Trying to do a little lightning round here to get us through the political stuff. But Tucker Carlson apparently texted this to his Fox producer. And by the way, they are down 65% at night after he left. So this is, I mean, Fox News is a big corporation.
Wow.
Big stuff here.
Oh,
But
Hannity can't carry it.
apparently not, Wes. Apparently not. Did you see that coming? Did you see that coming as a
Oh, Hannity's the smarmiest little fuck there ever was.
No, the swarmiest guy's that Greg Gutfeld.
Oh,
guy.
Gutfeld's terrible too.
Greg
Yeah, he
Gutfeld's
is
so
terrible.
swarmy.
So
Yeah.
Tucker was the best they had. I mean, it's proof in the pudding, down 65% after he left, right? But now the details are coming out about like what alarmed the executives. And the New York Times, I think, was the first to break this text message. Or, we're talking like, is it real? I don't know. Tucker Carlson allegedly, according to the New York Times, texted this to a producer. And it says, Tucker Carlson texts on January 7th, 2021 at 4:18 p.m. A couple of weeks, I'll try to do it in Tucker. A couple of weeks ago, I was watching a video of people fighting on the street in Washington. A group of Trump guys surrounded an Antifa kid and started pounding the living shit out of him. It was 3 against 1 at least. Jumping a guy like that is dishonorable, obviously. It's not how white men fight. Yet suddenly, I found myself rooting for the mob against the man, hoping they'd hit him harder, kill him. I really wanted them to hurt the kid. I could taste it. Then somewhere deep in my brain, an alarm went off. This isn't good for me. I'm becoming something I don't want to be. The Antifa creep is a human being. Much as I despise what he says and does, much as I'm sure I'd hate him personally if I knew him, I shouldn't gloat over his suffering. I should be bothered by it. I shouldn't remember I should remember that somewhere probably someone probably loves this kid somewhere and will be crushed if he was killed. If I don't care about those things, if I reduce people to their politics, how am I better than he is?
This is a
And
text
so-
message or an
text
email
message.
or a short story that he wrote on his computer.
He writes it at 3 a.m.
What is he talking about?
No, at 4:18 p.m.
Is it
during
his
during
producer?
the workday.
Is this his producer or his therapist that he's talking to?
Right. No, you're right, Mariah.
It seems like this is a story you'd tell your therapist in private,
Right.
It's so
not
it-
text your producer, your work buddy, work
So
guy,
weird on so many levels.
boss.
Regardless of the authenticity, which is already like, okay. And it's also very strange, like that he texts in monologues, like you guys like.
It's like fluid. Yeah, it's like it's
Right.
weird. Yeah,
It is how you talk to your therapist, Mark. You're right.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Right.
it's that's what he should say to his therapist, not
But
his
apparently,
producer.
this is a Fox employee, a producer, coworker.
Also,
It's all,
pretty alarming stuff in there.
right. Also, extremely weird that he was down an Antifa beat down YouTube rabbit hole.
Maybe
and,
the
like,
worst
had a
part
hard-on
was just
over it.
maybe the worst part was just the casual throwaway racism that he doesn't even
Right.
know. He doesn't
The
even
white
notice.
man-
He doesn't
the
even
white
notice
man
he
thing.
has it. He's like the bad part is that I want this kid to get hurt, but he just slips in a white
biggest
man
elephant
fight
in the room.
thing. Yeah, what was that about?
That's not how white men.
What are you
fight.
talking about, Tucker? I've seen a
Because
lot
they're
of white
also
guys jump.
honorable, right?
Yeah,
Tucker?
yeah.
Okay, so
And you were just
That's-
watching a jump. What is it?
do we think the texts are real?
Have you ever seen the Diaz brothers? They all get like it's not one-on-one always.
Are they white?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's crazy. It's insane, and it's insane that Fox still has no replacement. That's the best they had. That's the best they're ever gonna have, I think. And that may be what he was texting his producer. So, bad situation at Fox, you got to say.
Yeah.
Bad situation for both channels.
Well, Fox is probably trying to smear his name now too, because the rating, like they're probably.
Oh, of course, they're trying to
gonna leak
explain
whatever.
why, because they're tanking.
Now that
right?
he's fired, they can totally like drop all these white man comments and stuff and whatever they want just to make him look bad. Yeah,
right.
I mean,
so,
yeah, but that philosophy is pretty in line with Fox. Let's be honest.
True.
oh yeah,
I mean-
scorch them, burn them down.
Yeah.
Oh,
White
the
men
Antifa
fight
hate.
white men fight honorably, and
I mean,
Antifa
that's
sucks. Yeah.
nothing compared to what's probably being said behind closed doors at Fox.
That could be
Let's-
Fox's slogan. Fox News: White men fight honorably.
Yeah. Come on.
We've got a hard on for Antifa beatdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox News. I mean, that was on brand, but I think the racist, the casual racist remark, like Mark said, he slipped it in without people even knowing he did it. I think that's what,
Right.
if real,
I think
those
that's
are
the bigger
messages that
problem.
people
If I'm
care about.
psychoanalyzing as a therapist, I think that's the bigger problem there. I think like when you're watching a fight video, it's natural to have weird thoughts, and he recognized it was weird, okay, but his weird racist comment that he doesn't recognize as a problem, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It was so like subconscious.
Right.
Exactly. All right. Well, after DC, fellas, we're done there. Of course, though, after DC these days, you have to make a quick stop in Ukraine. Custom as is custom, where President Vladimir Zelenskiy has denied Russian President Vladimir Putin's accusations that Ukraine tried to bomb the Kremlin in Russia by drone when Putin wasn't there earlier this week. So,
Whoa. Bombing the Kremlin. Whoa.
Yeah, pretty serious accusation. Russia says they'll respond in kind, whatever that means, or whatever. Respond in, I don't know the exact wording. You know how they are. They're going to reply. They're going to respond. Everything is to the death or whatever. And,
I think they'll seize a window of opportunity.
Right. And so whether
You know what I mean?
It's a good call. Whether Putin planted the drones he shot down himself or not, this situation is like a lot like a much bloodier Eastern European version of Dennis the Menace, where Zelensky of Ukraine is Dennis and Putin is the grumpy old neighbor who just can't fucking stand Dennis and just wants. And you guys, this was also released in 1993. So,
oh wow,
a lot of parallels here, right?
Another classic, not as good as Grumpy Old Men, but a classic nonetheless.
Yeah, but Dennis the Menace, the show was fantastic.
Yeah. It wasn't the movie that was.
It was better than the movie.
The show was better than the movie, but the movie was pretty good. 1993, pretty good era. And the best news out of all of this that we could say is that 1994 may have been the best movie year of all time, arguably. So we may almost be through the storm here. If we're right now in 1993 movies, we're about to move to 94 movies, which let me tell you, they get a lot better. So
what is that? Is that Shawshank and
that's
Forrest
the Forrest
Gump,
Shawshank,
and
Pulp Fiction year. Yep. That's a big year.
Yeah,
that's a big year. That's a big year. And speaking of the movies, guys, big entertainment news. Jamie Foxx has finally posted to social media after 3 weeks in the hospital. He says, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed. So
What was wrong with him?
He had like a stroke.
He had
Oh, shit,
a
really?
stroke due to high blood pressure.
He died. They had to resuscitate him
They
on
had
set.
to, they had to revive him.
If he was at home by himself, he would
Whoa.
have died. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
know
so
that
he's
guy.
been in the
Yeah.
hospital after that for 3 weeks, and everybody's very concerned. But finally, he posted on IG, so I guess he's good enough to post and feel like he can post. So that's good. So good for Jamie
Yeah,
Foxx.
it wasn't a video though.
No, he's probably not doing good. I mean, 3 weeks in the hospital, man. You're pretty beat up if you're in there for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it sucks.
So hopefully he's recovering though. I mean, you're posting the IG, you'd think like Renner was starting to recover when he first posted IG. So hopefully it's the same kind of arc there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, hopefully he recovers runner style quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. Hawkeye. That's gonna be a tough act to follow. Okay. Also in entertainment news, the Dune 2 trailer dropped for the movie that comes out on November 3rd, and I'm very aroused. What about you guys? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I read the first two books. Dune's an awesome book. Yeah, I'm with Wes. The first movie didn't knock my socks off, to be honest.
Underwhelming.
It was well filmed, but
Yeah.
story.
Really? You guys didn't like Dune 1?
I read the book. Book's way
was
better.
too slow?
Now,
Oh.
too slow. Now, if you put the two together, maybe you got something. But I was under impressed, not
Yeah.
impressed.
Okay.
And I know that I'm
Okay.
in the minority there. Wes and I are in the minority there.
Could
I
tell
know
it
a
was
lot
an
of people
Apple
liked
movie.
it. Yeah,
I
That
liked
makes
it.
sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was a fan. I'm excited about Dune 2, but
I liked
okay.
Avatar 2 better than Dune 1.
Oh, way.
I agree with that. Well, Avatar: Way of the Water was better than Dune 1.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That for sure.
Way more
Okay.
entertaining.
Other trending movie news. Uncle Buck was trending on Twitter.
Ooh, yes.
Tweet. Where Sophia Nix tweets, without saying Home Alone, fave John Candy movie. And Uncle Buck was the one that trended. But I got to be honest with you, I'm a planes, trains, and even potentially Cool Runnings guy over Uncle Buck, personally.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles, one of the best movies of all time. Yeah.
Right.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Summer
Yeah.
Rental also hilarious.
Summer Rent. Oh, I have
Anything-
seen that. That is good.
Anything he's been in, Stripes, any
Similar
movie
to
he's been in is hilarious because he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's one of the best comedians.
Not to say Uncle Buck
He's
isn't
one of the
bad,
best comedic
or is bad,
actors
but, yeah.
of all time.
Aren't there
For
tits
sure.
in Summer Rental? Did she
Oh
show her
yeah,
tits in
tits.
Summer
I think
Rental?
so. Yeah.
Yeah, the next door neighbor.
To me, I think Planes, Trains is getting a little bit disrespected there, just because
Dude, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, yeah.
too. I mean, he's got a lot of great films. John Candy, R.I.P. What a legend.
Great Outdoors is good.
Yeah, always fun to talk Candy.
What's that
movies.
one that I just watched with Cam? The weird one with Demi Moore and Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah, Dangerous, whatever.
Yeah.
The Judge.
Yeah, what's it called? Fuck,
I
I
don't know.
can't remember.
Not sure.
I
Not
never
sure.
remember the title of that shit.
I need to go back and watch more Candy movies.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Always great. Which brings us to more great entertainment news.
Nothing
And
but
The cream of the crop!
that's the one, Wes. All right. The cream of the crop today, fellas. Jackson Mahomes has finally been arrested for grabbing that bar owner in her basement or restaurant, whatever, restaurant bar, and aggressively trying to mouth kiss her from behind that one time. I'm going to play the clip for you in case you forgot what happened there. Here he goes. Whoa. Swoops in.
Whoa.
Just goes
It's assault.
Oh,
tongue
that's
first,
assault.
Grippy hands around the neck.
Around like
plus
8 to
tongue.
10 seconds there around the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't suffocate, honestly, with how long he tried to jam
Wiping
his
it
tongue
off.
in her mouth.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then he tries to come back.
Oh, is
She's-
this not a loop? This is again. Oh, geez.
That's again, and she pushes him away.
What's with the neck grabbing? he does?
Stop grabbing my neck and licking my mouth. And so, yeah, that's what Jackson Mahomes did to the 40-year-old restaurant bar owner in the basement that night on February 25th.
Ooh.
And then I want to thank Pat for the video clips. Here's another one. This is heavily related. You got to check out the Hive Hour if you want to hear his take on it. I know he's been vocal on this issue.
Oh, he's
but
not a fan of this guy.
This
yeah.
clip is heavily related to his theories about this particular case right here.
Gay, I am attracted to girls, and
and then he goes on to wiggle dick after that. So you got to, again, Hive Hour, patreon.com/hardfactor.
Jackson Mahomes looks like he's about as romantic as he is likable with that neck grab.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he's like a vet tech, that neck grab.
Yeah, what is he doing?
He's such a menace. I mean, that's so sexually aggressive.
You like this? You like this?
Textbook sexual assault. Yeah. So he was arrested on Wednesday. Here's his mugshot for the sexual assault that he committed on video back on February 25th in Overland Park, Kansas, when he pushed a waiter. So what happened before that video was he pushed a waiter, and he'd like
get out
gone
of here,
down
you
to the
fucking
basement
loser. Yeah.
to try to smoke weed in her office, and then she was trying to talk him to calm him down, and then he grabbed her by the neck, started kissing her.
Put it on my brother's tab.
Yeah. And so everybody like on the internet was united in joy, basically, in the downfall of Jackson Mahomes. So.
Probably his brother too. I mean, I think even his brother's like, good. This kid needs to learn
Might
some
teach
lessons.
him a little something, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going to teach him, that's for sure.
No, he was completely out of control. And though I don't know if he'll really learn his lesson, and then in the end, he's of course got the best lawyers money can buy, who expect a very quick settlement.
Yes.
But they say resolution, but they
the Chiefs and Mahomes are paying for that.
Right.
What do you think it's going to cost him? A mil?
No.
Oh, no?
Half a mil.
Half a
I
mil?
think half for that to go away.
Yeah.
I think
just a neck grab.
because Patrick, it's a mil. I think it's a mil.
No way. No way.
It's either that or his brother goes to jail for a certain amount.
I think it's got to be over a mil, probably.
No, he didn't grab a tit
That's
or
bad.
he didn't grab a private part on the camera. It was
He
just the
bruised
neck.
her neck.
Did he?
He grabbed her whole
Yeah.
head.
I'm sticking with the half a mil.
Wow. That's I mean, that is an okay. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, I know everybody's super happy about Jackson Mahomes going down in flames. He shouldn't have danced on Sean Taylor's number. I think that's really what did him in. But since that's kind of negative, we've got a bonus dog cream of the crop today. LSU gymnastics superstar Olivia Dunne is slated to be in Sports Illustrated Swimsuit edition that drops this month.
Yeah,
and SI dropped some of her Puerto Rico photos a little bit early. And that's just great news all around, guys. And there's more where that came from. You can search them out. Go Tigers, Swimsuit edition memories.
Wouldn't mind being the uneven bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The pommel horse. You know.
Wouldn't mind being her boyfriend's cock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or her tampon. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She is attractive indeed. And the swimsuit edition is like just one of the greatest publications. I hope they don't ever get rid of it. I hope they don't ever retire it.
It's so classy. It'll never, they can't ever cancel the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit edition.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they're making a comeback with this one. They had fallen off, and now they've made a great move.
Hey, good time. It's sports adjacent, sports related, and also didn't Playboy stop doing nudes, so they can now that market's fucked, right?
I'm pretty sure Playboy just had a transgender person in their magazine,
but they stopped doing nudes. I think when the Sun took over, I think they.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. So Sports Illustrated can seize the moment. I think. Let's check on that.
I think that they should seize the moment. They should keep it going because the swimsuit edition is.
They brought back nudity. They took it away for a while, then they brought it back because it didn't go over well.
Good move to bring it back. Good move to bring it back.
Yeah. All right.
That's a cream of the crop right there. And all that great news was brought to you by Sunday Subscription Lawn Care Services. It's time to reclaim your weekend, okay? Sunday Lawn Care can take one thing off of your to-do list. Instead of spending time working on your yard and going to the store to poorly guess at what you need to keep your yard looking good, with Sunday, you can spend time enjoying it since you'll be done in just a few minutes with no guesswork at all, because everything's shipped right to you and they tell you how to do it. Sunday is everything you need to get the lawn you've dreamed of. This spring, go to getsunday.com/hardfactor and enter your address to get a customized plan created just for your lawn. They will teach you everything you need to know. They will give you the whole plan, tell you exactly how to put grass in, if you need to plant it, whatever. Step by step, they'll teach you. No trips to the store or hauling heavy bags since they ship It's straight to your home. You just need a hose to apply Sunday. You can even weed, cut, edge, and fertilize your whole lawn in less time than it takes to listen to one episode of Hard Factor. I do it. They make it so convenient and quick.
You should do it while listening to Hard Factor.
Exactly. That's a great Sunday right there, Mark.
Yeah.
And they only use ingredients you can feel good about. No harsh chemicals, no long waiting periods, or trying to keep your kids and pets off the lawn. Simply apply, let it dry, and you're back to enjoying your lusciously green yard right away. Sunday is easy and affordable. Some lawn care services cost more than $1,500 a year, but Sunday's full season plans start at just $109. And for a limited time,
I got like 10% off or something.
Oh, Mark. No. For a limited time, Sunday is offering our listeners 50% off your first box. So you can get started today for as little as $55 when you go to getsunday.com/hardfactor at checkout. That's 50% off your first box at getsunday.com/hardfactor.
You know, I saw an email today to the main Hard Factor thing that said Sunday urgent, but I didn't open it. So look, if they're trying to take back the 50% for this show, we missed it and we said it, so it's too late. Once you said it, it's too late today. Well, I'll check it maybe tomorrow, but yeah,
get it in now while you still can.
If you
hot deal.
Use Sunday and a week from now you look out your window, this is what you're gonna see on your lawn.
Oh, Olivia Dunne.
Yeah, Wes, that was another one, and that's a nice shot. That's a nice shot from the swim. I see that you Googled it right away. You Googled it right away. That is the kind of classy lady that loves a green Sunday lawn. You know,
she's doing handspring.
Wouldn't mind being a creep outside her house with binoculars.
She's doing the floor exercise out there. Floor routine.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Call it the grass routine, you know?
Yep.
That would be a great sight.
Life's going to be easy for her forever.
Will it? Go Tigers.
Should I play the clip? It was demanded. I don't know. I mean, you all know the clip. Do it. I'll play it. Hey, this is the restaurant edition. And I got bad news for everyone on the first one, but mainly for Wes. There's a chink in the armor at iconic American restaurant and overall magical place, McDonald's.
I was worried you were going to say that.
I know. It's a weird thing to hear. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
It's true. They aren't perfect. Close to perfect, but they aren't perfect.
Watch it.
Close, yeah. And here's the reason why they aren't perfect. It's because of those damn franchisees. McDonald's corporate, which is perfect and was founded on totally fair ethical practices as evidenced in the founder.
Just watch that if you got any questions about how ethical they are.
Real feel-good story, okay? Case closed. McDonald's is the best. Yeah, corporate lets individuals have the gift of running a McDonald's, and they trust them to do so with McMorals. But guess what? It's a fucked up world out there, and some people trick McDonald's into giving them a McDonald's, and then they take advantage of McDonald's and embarrass McDonald's like a franchisee or three, I should say, out of Louisville, Kentucky.
They run it like a Burger King,
right? All of a sudden,
Gross.
It's like the honeymoon phase in a relationship, and then you find out the people are crazy. That's what these franchisees are doing. They pretended to be good franchisees. In fact, 3 franchisees embarrassed McDonald's, according to a recent report from investigators with the department's wage and hour division, who found that 2 10-year-olds were being forced to work at McDonald's in Louisville without pay.
10.
Damn.
Got some images of the kids if you want to take a look at the poor bastards. McDonald. These poor kids. This guy, look at it. He's shell shocked how many hours. And this guy's doing accounting in the back. He doesn't know.
That kid's so sick. Too.
He's looking at the orders and he's
dead.
like, oh, yeah. It does look
need to get that kid some sunlight.
Yeah, they do. Well, they don't let him out. They overwork him. And those 3 franchisees happen to be Bauer Food LLC, Archways Richwood LLC, and Bell Restaurant Group LLC, who operate 62 McDonald's locations in Kentucky, Indiana, Maryland, and Ohio. They've been conning McDonald's to the tune of $62 restaurants, and they have not only employed 2 10-year-old kids, but over 300 children under the age of 15 to work more than the legally permitted hours for underage children to work. Like if you're under 15, you can only work like 20 something hours a week. They're working these 13, 14-year-olds by the 300 fold, like 60 hours a week and paying a minimum wage.
That's why they're so successful.
Yeah, these poor kids.
It's like Santa's elves, except super fucking sad and depressing.
Yeah,
It is. They're like the elves at the workshop. They were forced to work 80-hour weeks and now have calloused hands from all the oil burns. How the fuck is a 10-year-old supposed to work a fryer?
Yeah. Hopefully they're not working the fryer.
Oh yeah, what do they have them doing? I thought it would just be like cleaning and
know.
shit, like dishes and shit. Like what does a 10-year-old do at a restaurant?
Is this a situation, Mark, where like, so, not to be racist, but sometimes like, my maid might bring their son to the house or, to hang out, because, they don't have a babysitter.
And then they have to work a 9-hour shift.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wait,
like, is it like that?
Where was the race in that?
Well,
Yeah, wait, what is it? Yeah, where's the rest? Yeah, Tucker.
because my maid's a Latina.
Okay.
So she does that.
Yeah, so she does it. Yeah. You know what I mean, Eric?
You know what I mean? Eric said yes.
Yeah, Eric understands.
Eric shook his head. We're good.
Sometimes people bring their kids to work because they can't, like,
There's
especially
poor
during
white people,
COVID.
too. There's poor
What's
white
that?
people too. There's poor white people.
I understand. I'm just, I've only, seen it.
It's a lot of
my
poor white
personal experience has been with this particular person.
And they probably had to get a ride because they don't have a car. I get it. According to a news release,
Well, they rode their bike here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tandem bike, kids on the back. According to a news release, Archways Richwood LLC allowed 242 minors between 14 and 15 to work well beyond allowable hours. The Bell Restaurant Group only did that to 39 workers age 14 to 15. And I guess the other one was busted for the 10-year-olds. Now, I will play devil's advocate here, kind of like Wes was doing. Maybe these franchisees were letting these kids work because they knew that in a few years no one will have jobs thanks to AI, so they wanted to give them a chance
Get
to
it in
say,
while you can.
say at least they worked at some point in their lifetimes.
Right.
Before the robots took over.
Right. You don't want to be in that generation where you never ever worked at all, because that's going to be depressing. It's going to have some mental issues. So these kids at least get to say they worked the fryer for a couple months.
I mean, as slave labor though,
Right,
unfortunately,
to get paid.
with that.
Yeah. But yeah, those franchisees are facing well over $200,000 in civil penalties. And that's probably just the tip of the iceberg, because McDonald's corporate is not going to stand for this besmirching of their great name. You're about to see a clinic of a cleanup over here, right? Way better than those nincompoop flip-floppers at Anheuser-Busch that end up just pissing off everybody. They're going to give all those kids scholarships, something classy.
They better.
Really? Are they really?
I'm just offering. Now they have to, because
They
now it's
should.
out there. Now they have to. Sorry, McDonald's, but you should. It'll make you look good. Do you think those kids were getting written up when they fucked up? Like, it says your drawer's short again, little Johnny. Looks like you just added another 60 hours of unpaid work.
Is it bad that that all of this talk about 10-year-olds working in the back of McDonald's is still making me want a fresh apple pie?
That's what I said. Wes is going to go get McDonald's. In all right, now
go
clean the restrooms up, little Johnny. They're a disaster.
They're taking their breaks on the playscape.
Yeah.
The ball pit.
Get out of the ball pit.
Time to make some fries. Get out of the ball pit.
How about you stop taking the Happy Meal toys out of the Happy Meal box and get to cleaning? So that's what's going on with the McDonald's franchisees. Not good.
Jeez,
That's bad.
In other restaurant news, and some would say a classier place than McDonald's, not me, but some, we're heading to Michelin star chef David Munoz's Madrid, Spain restaurant, Diver XO. He added something interesting to the menu, and that's fish semen.
Fish semen?
Fish semen.
Whoa.
Fish.
Well, okay.
semen.
Okay, but so hear me out. The caviar, that's eggs, right? So that's kind of like
That's
the
eggs. No.
Yeah.
Semen and
Not
eggs
the
is
same.
similar, right?
No.
No,
Not
not at all.
at all.
Not.
Because I'd eat Olivia Dunne's eggs. I wouldn't eat your semen.
Okay, that's
Wow.
fair, but it's an animal though.
Pass.
Ever had a Rocky Mountain oyster?
I think I
Yeah.
might have actually. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, you ate some semen.
Well, Yeah, but not like it was in the balls. It wasn't like a
Oh, it
load.
was in there.
It wasn't like mayonnaise on top of the thing.
It was in there.
DeBees was invited to try fish semen by Japanese chef Hiro Sato, probably as a prank.
I knew
but
Jap was behind this.
But he loved it. He got pranked, but he loved it. The prank backfired. He loved it so much that he immediately was like, "I'm going to put this on my menu." And this is what the fucking thing looks like. It's disgusting.
It's a Japanese Rocky Mountain oyster.
Listen,
and
I would absolutely
delicious.
eat fish semen, no problem. Because
Nope.
first of all, it's salty. Fish, like seafood stuff like that, salty, briny, is part of some seafood that makes it good. Like oysters, caviar, like that saltiness goes well with seafood. I would
Clip that down, Eric. I would absolutely. I'm not going to finish it because I don't want to be the guy. People who have had the misfortune of eating the dish have called it strange, smooth, creamy, and very sea forward.
Is
Yeah,
it
exactly seafood?
Is the restaurant called Fish Bukkake? Something like that?
Yeah, diver exo. I don't know if that's like because you dive to get the food, like
Because in Japanese, I bet like there's a word for fish that like could rhyme with bukkake, and that would be
several. Bukkake is Japanese, isn't it? I mean,
maybe I don't want a mouthful of it, but maybe like a little.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
just
backtracking a little bit here.
Strip on a piece of sushi,
Just
maybe.
maybe a little bit on my mustache,
Yeah.
and I can
Maybe
smell
not a
it.
full mouth, you know.
Just a little bit on my mustache, and I'll smell it. I don't want to eat it.
I'm definitely going. I'm fish
trying it,
bukkake curious. I'm going in the door. I'm not stopping outside. I'm not
a
waiting.
lot of stuff out there to eat. Gonna pass on the fishing. Here's the bees eating something adventurous. Here he is. He's a cool guy, right? Don't go out with the bees and blindly trust him to cook or order for you. You need to ask that dude everything that's on every plate he serves you. He's like, try it. Go on, try it. And then he's smiling ear to ear, and you're like, what's that? And he's like, the one you just tried is turtle schmegma from the 100-year tortoise. You have eaten Diego the tortoise's deep crust. The oldest known crust on Earth.
Serves his own cum to you.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
my
that
ass. Yeah. That's a dingleberry. That berry is a dingleberry.
That would
Came
be
on
gross.
that dick.
I just came on in. The idea just came to me. You
The
know?
hell, the bees?
Yeah. Debbie's is careful around him.
Well, I saw the fish dick, and
Yeah.
then I saw the sperm, so I thought
If I hadn't have told you, you would like it.
You liked it.
You liked it until I told you. Tell the truth.
We took a picture before and after. You liked it.
You liked it.
It's my cum.
it's not his though. It's
Which
the
one's
fish?
Which one's worse?
Fish jizz, right? I mean, it's not his jizz. It's the fish jizz.
It's fish jizz. It's
Okay,
fish
thank
jizz.
goodness.
Which one's worse?
10-year-olds. The 10
Yeah,
year olds.
that's
Yeah. I
I'm
feel
telling
like-
you, I bet they work. I bet they're the sons or daughters of someone.
So
that
I was
works
trying to
there.
like think
Okay.
like neither really impacts me because I'm not going to eat the fish jizz, and I'm not going to go to the most likely not going to go to one of the restaurants now that they've identified it and see it. But now I was putting my head off like if I walked into the door and saw a 10-year-old behind the line, and then also if I ate the fish jizz, which one's worse? It's tough.
I think
I'm going fish jizz.
this makes me a horrible human.
Yeah.
I'm probably going in for either.
I would convince myself that it was bring your kid to work day. That's what
Yep.
I do in my brain.
Yep, and that's why fish jizz is worse to me. Kid looks happy.
Yeah,
He's
Oh,
learning
he's
her
having a-
skill.
He's having
Oh,
a great
man.
time with mom.
I imagine all the fries I would eat in a 10. This is amazing.
Yeah,
There you go.
paid in ice cream.
Hey, buddy, you like give him a high five
Yeah.
over the counter. Hey, looking good back there, champ.
I mean, Cam's mom used to have him work at her restaurant. You know, when he was, I don't know, 11, about the register and stuff. I don't know how much he wasn't working like 40-hour a week, but he was
Sure,
still
but-
working.
Wes, you heard there was 300 kids under like the age of 14. They're not all the owner's children.
I know.
It's not. They're taking advantage of kids.
Yeah, I mean, the child slave labor definitely worse than the fish jizz. But, Mark, I can see why your apprehension around eating fish semen.
Yeah, I'm adventurous.
To me, though, like
anything that's creamy semen, I'm out.
I got tricked into I got tricked into eating a cow testicle at a young age at a calf fry. So once that happened to me, I was like, oh, well, that actually was pretty good. It tastes kind of like chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
so I
it's
was
like
just like,
fried.
ever since that happened, I'm like, oh, I'm not. I could try.
That's a fried ball, and you
Anything.
can kind of like disguise it. But look, this is just semen right on top. Like
But
that.
it's
There's
emulsified,
no
right?
disguise
Fluff.
in this.
It's fluff. Oh, that the brown shit's the semen.
Yeah,
That's
but Mark,
just
you have
semen.
to you have to think about this. So
Think of the
sea
texture.
urchin.
It gets stuck in your teeth.
Sea urchin is one of the most prized like delicacies. Like it was Anthony Bourdain's favorite food was sea urchin, and
he
those
killed
are
himself.
literally the balls of the sea urchin, full of sperm.
He
So
probably woke up one day and he's like, "I've been eating so much fucking sperm.
I really don't think it would be that bad. I think it would probably be okay.
Disgusting."
Yeah, I mean,
It's a low blow.
seafood is.
But
gross, so
look, I'm
fine,
not
meat
eating a lot of
gross.
sea urchins, so you know.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I'm sticking consistent on this one. I don't want to see.
I'm gonna trick you one day.
I don't want to see cucumber
Mark's
busting
sticking with underage
in my mouth. Yeah.
hash browns and fries. And,
I don't care if there's 7. Work them
he's
as long as I'm
going.
not eating fish semen.
All right.
Delicious.
Let's move on. So I've got 2. We might get to both of them, but this one was a late breaking one. Happened, like an hour before we started taping, a couple hours before we taping. And let me say this, guys. Other than Pat, making babies with perhaps the funniest person at Barstool and being friends with PFT and some of the other guys like Large and Doug's, we're pretty removed on Hard Factor from the Barstool world, right? We like Barstool. They were very gracious with us when we left, allowing us to keep our intellectual property, the name Hard Factor. It was a very amicable breakup, and we appreciate the opportunity and exposure they gave us because we probably wouldn't be doing this at a level we are without Barstool. In fact, I know we wouldn't be doing this at a level we
100%.
are without Barstool. Yeah. So with that said, we aren't in the Barstool world. A lot of our fans are Stoolies, and we love our fans, but that's really the strongest tie.
Now,
Huh?
more than yes, there are still a lot of. That's how.
Yeah.
But I say now, it's been a couple of years. That seems like
we've kind of
more
been
than-
growing in
more than
different
50%
directions.
of
but
people have
Right,
found us
still.
now outside of that. Yeah.
Right. But that is
still
our
a lot of crossover.
we have some tie to Barstool, but that's
Sure.
really the strongest we have. But we do follow big stories that come out of Barstool, and this week was a big one that surfaced involving Ben Mintzy. You guys know Mintzy, right? There he is, goofy Louisiana
Yeah.
boy.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, he's like their baseball guy, their college baseball guy, I think. Right?
He's got that hilarious voice.
Yeah. And I think I might be speaking out of turn. I think he said he was in recovery, and I always, was happy for him for that. But he also has this show called Wake Up Mintzy, and I've never listened to the show, but apparently it's live. And when you do live shows, sometimes you say stupid things.
No, I don't. I think it was only live the one time.
Oh, it was only live the one time. Well, it was a bad time to go live,
Right.
because this week on Monday, a clip surfaced on Wake Up Mintzy, and Mintzy used a racial slur while he was reading the lyrics to a rap song. Okay, I'm gonna play that clip for you now. Should I play the edited version where the word is cut out?
Well,
or
we're
the
not going to
full
fire
version?
ourselves, but I mean, is it offensive or not? I don't know. It's
Right. I mean,
people
I
listen to
don't-
this at work.
I'm just
I don't know.
paranoid now, so I'm just gonna play the one without it.
Yeah.
But here's the clip.
Whoops.
What you need.
So where I say whoops, he says the N-I-G-G-A word. No, hard R, but he says the N-I-G-G-A word, right?
So he was
Okay?
reading it.
What was he
what's
reading
the
it from?
context?
He was reading it from his phone.
A
I
song
guess.
or something, or what?
Yeah, a song, and it had that lyric in there. So he wasn't like freestyling. He didn't say it off the top of his head. He was
It's
literally
like a karaoke saying it.
reading. Right. And it's and
Except
so
your karaoke is on your live show where you're a white dude doing the news.
He's like,
in
I
the morning,
shouldn't
which
have
is
picked
tough,
Biggie.
right?
right.
Yeah,
And you
so,
can see in his face right after, and I'll pause it without. You can see after he says it, he has this look of like, oh fuck, I
yeah,
fucked up. Like he looks like he's gonna. Puke.
Oh, I'm live. Yeah.
yeah.
Is that a black guy behind him?
Yeah, that's a black guy behind him because he's rapping. He's having a good time with his guests, and he's rapping. Like maybe it was one of their songs. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in the comments can clarify. But he said it, and there was this big outburst, backlash. Oh no, blah 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 blah. And I didn't think anything was gonna happen, but today he was
Right.
fucking fired.
Yeah,
Fired.
I kind of knew this was going to happen
Yeah,
I didn't-
called it. Will called it.
I called it right away because I used to work in the corporate world,
Mhm.
and this is something that is an immediate termination in the corporate world if you make a public statement like this. And I get that he was reading it. I get the context matters and all that stuff, but from corporate lawyers' perspectives, they're just going to tell you have to cut ties.
Oh, yeah.
It's just how it is.
we-
Once you're, because they're publicly traded too.
If
So
we
it's
hadn't
like,
already been fired, we would have been fired by Penn for all the accents we do and stuff.
yeah, for sure.
We can't
Yeah.
fit in that world.
No.
We're way too edgy for current Barstool. Under
We're
Penn.
lucky
Yeah.
we're not at Barstool
Yeah.
because we would be
We
gone.
get fired any day.
I would
every
certainly
day.
have been fired.
Every day would be worried. Yeah.
Right. No, it was a good timing for
This
everybody.
episode would have gotten me fired.
Oh yeah.
And so of course, there's he got fired. They're owned by Penn now. Penn's
Sucks.
like Will said, like a big national corporation. They do things a little differently. And I've got Portnoy's emergency press conference to explain.
A lot of times these are copyrighted because they copyright everything.
Didn't he do the same thing with like a Ja Rule lyric?
With a Ja Rule lyric, during
Yeah,
an
he did.
emergency press conference.
He did.
I know he didn't want to fire him. I know.
No, he did not.
No.
And Mintzy put out this apology. He said, "This morning I made an unforgivable mistake, slipping on air while reading a song lyric. I meant no harm and have never felt worse about anything. I apologize for my actions. I'm truly sorry and ashamed of myself."
Great
And guys-
apology. Handled it like a champ. I mean, he
Yeah.
did good. He did what he could, Mintzy.
It's tough.
Sure. So here's Dave's emergency press conference. Should I not play it? Are we going to get fucked and not monetized?
Well, it's just we might have to cut it out
We'll see.
afterwards for
Who
the
cares?
video.
I mean, we're not.
It's all good.
Here we go.
Play it.
Emergency press conference time. Bad news. This sucks. So today we had to fire Ben Mintz, the artist formerly known as Ben Mintz. It stems from his Wake Up with Mintzy. Ironically, finally got to do him live, and he was rapping lyrics to a rap song, reading the words off his phone, and he rapped a racial slur. He turned white as a ghost. You could tell instantly. He's like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" It's like a Ron Burgundy moment. He read it. He knew he fucked up. He's been super apologetic, like in shambles, basically. And I think anybody who watched the clip was like, there's no way he meant to do that. He's just not the brightest bulb to ever come down the pipe. And he just screwed up, and he knew he screwed up. And there was no hatred behind it, no nothing. Still awful, but not in my wildest dreams. I think I'd be sitting here being like, we had to fire Ben Mintz. Penn felt differently. And I'm stunned by it. And I've been fighting tooth and nail, as has Erica, as has Dan, to keep Ben and say this is the wrong decision. But Penn operates in a world that we don't operate in it. They are highly regulated by the government. They're issued licenses for gambling that just as easily as they're issued, they can be pulled back. And for anybody who has followed any of the states and Penn trying to get it legalized and things like that, one thing's clear. A lot of people hate my guts. They fucking hate me. They hate Barstool. And they look for any lever, any excuse, anything to cause problems for us and pull the licenses. Penn is convinced, and they've been very clear, Penn, since they took over. It's a zero tolerance policy moving forward. You can't do stuff like this. And really, we haven't had an incident like this.
This decision will be
Since
reversed
they've
within a
taken
week,
over.
guaranteed. This is
And
just
they
so
believe
stupid.
I think
No,
so.
it's
there's
a
a
nothing. It's a nothing
legitimate
burger.
chance
I don't even know why
lots
we're
of the
covering it.
states would pull
It's gonna resolve
their
itself in
licenses
48
because
hours.
of this.
You think so?
Yeah,
Penn's a billion-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company.
Penn fucked up.
Without their licenses, they are a
they're gonna
$0 company. Investors, families, employees, thousands of people, they feel it's their job to protect all of this. And the only answer is to fire Ben Mintz.
Okay, had enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think that
More case Barstool stories. So-
yeah. Why are we covering this?
because it's news.
Because it was
I
big
mean,
news, actually.
It is big entertainment news. That I think that the whole thing about well, we're fighting and all this stuff. You also, the company was also sold to Penn, and everybody should have known what a corporate environment was going to look
Corporate
like.
sucks.
Okay, it's very different. Once you move over to the corporate publicly traded world, and you were the pirate ship, but now you're on the corporately publicly traded ship, the rules completely change. And when somebody makes something like this, the corporation is always going to cut ties. and maybe they can get him back, Mark. But it seems like a very cut and dry corporate move from my perspective, knowing, having seen some corporate HR work done before.
Listen, he was reading off a fucking phone. He didn't know the lyric was coming. He read it like a moron.
Yeah, it's always circumstance.
But if he had been rapping and it just came off the top of his head, maybe that's one thing.
Right.
The dude was just reading a fucking lyric.
And he already made great apologies, but they still fired him.
It's
after
ballless.
that.
It's fucking ballless.
I think it'll reverse itself.
I hope it does. I mean,
soon.
I feel it's a ballless fucking.
Oh,
move.
for sure. I hope for Mintzy it does for sure. I've seen
definitely.
people get fucked
Seems
by
like
corporate,
seems like a nice dude.
policy so many times, and I could see him getting this sticking, unfortunately, but I hope it doesn't for him.
This tweet by Brandon Walker has almost 1 million likes. It says, "I hate this decision. There's not a mean bone in Barstool Mintzy's body. There's not a racist bone in his body. He's a genuinely good human being who made a mistake. An innocent mistakes shouldn't bring a man down like this." I agree, Brandon.
Yeah, he's right, Brandon. Brandon's right.
I mean, there's going to be some backlash by the Stoolies against perhaps Penn. I don't know what they would do, but it's kind of a big big
it's
thing.
tough. This is the first real friction, the first big friction point between what people were used to with the pirate ship mentality to what it now is, which is a corporate owned entity.
Right.
And so you knew that this was coming at some point. You knew that there was going to be a showdown somewhere. You didn't know that Ben Mintz was going to be the showdown.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting. So there you have it. I think it's ballless. Let's move on.
He definitely shouldn't be fired.
No, he shouldn't. That's
just the corporate world, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These lawyers, like Dave was saying in the clip, they're so quick to cut the cord, so fast to cut the cord for liability's sake.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the sausage hands part. That was the sausage mouth. Mintzy essentially sausage mouthed himself.
I get it.
I
get it.
Definitely sausages.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Guys, on May 6th, Queen Elizabeth's man-baby son, Charles, will officially become King Charles III when his coronation happens. Okay? It's coming up this weekend. Big hoopla. He's got they brought the stone in that he's going to sit on, that is every king has sat on, this weird fucking stone they keep in some castle
from Scotland, right?
Yeah. Have you seen this thing? It's like some evil
king
stone.
on a stone. You got a picture of it?
It's got a cool name.
It's a slab of. It's like the stone of evil
Kings
or something.
Yeah.
I bet Jack Severt knows.
Yeah. What's it, Jack?
The King Stone. No, that's not it. The Coronation Stone.
Something like that.
Kingston upon Thames.
Stone of Destiny.
Stone of Destiny.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Stone
a
of
badass name.
Yeah. Weird. So they I guess the coronation thing used to be part of the Stone of I don't know, but now they just sit on it. It's some weird fucking ancient Illuminati thing they do. And some people believe the biggest story of the week is not that Charles is to become king. It's that many believe that the mighty king has been bullied so bad by his subjects about his big fat sausage fingers that he's now hiding them in pictures due to embarrassment and shame, which is fucking fantastic. So
does he have mittens instead of
probably is.
finger gloves though? Because he doesn't want to show off his girth.
First of all, let's
finger?
look at these fucking hands.
That's not real. That's not
real. That's real. We've talked about
that's
these.
That's a dead man's hands.
Those are the king's sausage fingers.
He's having a heart attack right there.
He ain't getting that ring off anytime soon.
Dude, sorry, what? That's not real, dude.
That's real, man.
No chance.
I got more pictures to show you. Look at these things. Look at those fucking mitts.
Dude, there's no way.
I'm telling you. So, in a newly released pictures, King Charles and his mistress turned wife and soon to be queen consort, which I guess is what you call it when you were formerly the prince's whore, is in the new picture. King Charles is seen hiding his hands behind his back, and many think it's because he's just been bullied like a kid on a school playground by his subjects so bad,
of course,
into submission. So here's some of the new photos. Here he is, and he's just not showing those hands.
But he's got to put it in his pocket. What is he thinking? Do the nonchalant pocket move. Don't do that one.
Here's another one. He just kind of puts it behind his leg a little bit.
How's he not breaking the arm off of that chair with those fingers?
The weight of his fingers.
Yeah. Go back to the Camilla
Remember the
picture?
episode of Seinfeld with man hands? That's what
Yeah.
these hands look like. When he's
With the
breaking lobster
lobsters?
in half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back to the picture with
This-
him and his wife, Camilla.
Except
Camilla.
his Wes are way
Look
more
at her
gouty.
hands. Her hands are enormous too. Those are man hands.
They're long. They're lengthy.
The
His
size
hands
of her
are
hands.
so chubby they look almost like they're gout riddled.
Her hand next to
right.
his hand is. She's got the
They
long.
do look gout riddled.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
I mean, those are the fattest
Disease
fingers
of
I've ever
kings.
seen.
how is his heart still working?
It's amazing. The king has the world's fattest fingers. That's just an incredible coincidence. You know. So Bully's
Yeah, he looks
first.
like the king of 1300.
Dude, by the way, this Stone of Destiny,
Yeah.
it's also called the Stone of Scone.
Yeah, the stone of scone. I thought that was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. The
Yeah,
stone
you're
of
like,
scone.
do you eat a scone when you sit
I-
on it? or
I mean,
something?
It's
I
a
would
breakfast
hope so.
rock. Yeah.
Scones are fucking delicious. So basically, the king, everyone,
Always
everyone
Always a morning
It's a
ceremony.
morning rock. Yeah. Morning. Quickly.
these fingers were
Scones are
discovered
ready.
back in 2012 when he did like a tour in Australia, and then as soon as everyone discovered how fat his fingers were, they just have been relentlessly mocking him. And now that he's more in the limelight, they've just turned it on thick. And now they're making fun of him because he's such a big baby that he's hiding his hands. One user wrote, "I can't believe Twitter has bullied the literal king into never showing his hands." And then one guy wrote, "Show us his hands, cowards."
Show us his hand.
Show us the king's hands, you cowards.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Eric Donahue goes, Wreck-It Ralph hands.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Dude, the ring is. They're gonna have to saw that ring off.
Oh, yeah. I mean that there's no way they can get that ring off. So now King Charles, they say, may have a condition that is causing his humongous fingers, but doctors believe it's simply
Sausage
age,
finger.
and there's nothing to worry about.
Well,
So we can
I'm
make
sure
fun
he
of him
does
all
have
we
a
want.
it's a condition, Wes, but it's like it's a condition he brought on, like a gout or something.
Yeah,
or like
it's
something.
he likes salt.
Yeah.
He likes salt, and he's never really used his hands for anything.
No.
You know,
Right,
All of his,
never
all of his weight
working your
goes to his hands.
muscles,
yeah.
plus eating nothing but like pickled and like prosciutto, like cured meats.
Right.
That'll get your fingers.
Put
pretty
his hands back up again, just his hands to close up.
The ring one.
Yeah, the ring.
Yeah.
I mean,
the one.
yeah, you know.
I
I mean, how much would you think a guy with these hands weighed, right? Like
Oh, he's like the Nutty Professor.
500 pounds.
Yeah, you're thinking he's like
600
5'3",
600 pounds.
350.
Yeah, definitely.
How are those fingernails hanging on?
I don't know. I
They
don't know
look
what-
like
how
they're
They don't
about
look
to
great.
pop off.
They don't look great.
like someone blew them up, like inflated them.
Oh no.
So poor king, he's getting bullied for his hands. He wants to take his bowl and go home, but he's gonna be at the coronation, holding a
Scepter.
scepter, $1 million
Oh, that's
scepter.
right.
Yeah.
He has to hold it with
He's
his
gonna
bare
crush his
hand.
scepter. Yeah.
The scepter might reject him.
What if he cracks it on accident? Crumples it?
You think anyone's gasped when shaking his hands? Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Lord,
Oh,
sire.
my God. Shake his finger. Anyway, pretty hilarious that he's getting bullied because he's very bullyable, you know. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he is.
Look at this guy.
I mean,
Such a man.
lift
Such a
my
man,
muscle.
baby king.
Yeah. Look, his fingers cover the entire pint, dude.
Oh, I know.
His fingers are the width of the pint because his pinky's
King
up.
Charles. I like King Charles more and more every day. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, yeah, this makes him more likable.
He's got like
100%.
He's got W vibes, you know. He does.
Yeah, he's like the W of King.
Yeah.
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 Such a goof.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. All right, wheel time.
Who's
Who's on the high five?
Do we find out if Pat's on the high five? I think he is.
Yeah, Pat's on the high five. So
Okay.
take him off,
Take him
and then the
off.
rest of us will vie for the
we go.
coffee.
Back to back.
I must have missed something today. The wheel wants me. Wants me again. Okay. All right, wheel. I'll dance your dance.
Dance.
Fine.
Dance.
I'll find what I missed.
Donahue also said it's hard to jerk off with those hands. You better.
I mean, he's
believe it.
bringing a lot of great points.
You better believe it. Your dick looks so small with that monstrous sausage fingers.
Oh,
the size of a pint.
Your confidence. Oh,
Ooh.
it's killing his confidence. He thinks he's got the
Don't
smallest
look
dick
down.
in the world. Yeah. Charles's dick is probably just fine, but he thinks it's tiny.
Oh yeah, and those hands, nothing looks good.
Yeah, he's been worried about that for a while. Is my dick shrinking? Oh, my head's getting larger.
He never jerks off.
Yeah, Camilla just wants those fingers.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for the show. One more fantastic show on the way tomorrow for you. So please join us right here. You can join us live every night, 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern. And just check out our YouTube channel. You can come in, drop a comment, live comment. We might read it. We might not. We might make fun of you. We might agree with you. Might laugh with you. But we want you to, join us in any way you can. And that involves, subscribing, sharing, and passing on the good word, because that really helps us grow. We said it 1,000 times, but God damn it, it's true. And then if you've got a comment or a voicemail, last call on that, 512-270-1480, or Hard Factor voicemails at is it voicemail? Hard Factor voicemail.
You set it up. No S.
Damn it. I got all these people sending it to the wrong place. And I'm all
Sausage
fucked up.
mouth. Yeah.
Hard Factor voicemail.
Oh, what sausage mouth is?
That's it. Hard Factor voicemail at gmail.com. All right. Don't send us a recording to the main email. Send it to hardfactorvoicemail at gmail.com. All right.
Yes.
That's going to do it. We love you. Have a great fucking day.